Hey guys, Angry Old Man here. Got outside again today. The road that had been icy and really snagging up a lot of my training those last couple weeks is more or less thawed out now, thanks to some warm weather. It has gone from an icy road to back to its original muddy trail consistency with a bit of snow, water, and still a bit of ice in unsuspecting places. So my pace was not substantial. Not for lack of trying, just simply a matter of I just couldn't get traction, even with my ice shoes and everything on. I just could not get good traction, and the ground was, a guess every time you made a step. So caution was the watchword. I went out and I burned out a 5K on it this morning. I have an early day at the shop, so I've got to go leave a little bit earlier than normal for work today. So I did not have as much time as I wanted. I will get some more mileage in tonight. I have to get a total of about 7 or so miles in today on my plan. I am actually, it's actually time I spend running. I just say miles to give a little bit better idea. If I say I've got 45 minutes or I've got an hour run or something like that, it doesn't really translate well into what most people understand as far as distance. I know it takes me an hour to run about 7 miles at like my tempo pace. Right at the threshold. I can just squeeze 8 miles in. If I'm blowing myself up in an hour, that's like definitely race pace type speeds for me. I can go faster, but it's not sustainable. So I say miles a lot of times, but what I really do is run for X amount of time. Today was a 5K, and I basically ran for 30 minutes. So, was not, that's like a 9:30-ish mile. So, just so you know. There might be some confusion because I always talk about time and heart rate, yet I always say miles. It's inconsistent, yes, I know. But it helps me process a bit as well what I'm doing, and helps me visualize where I need to be at a given time. There's no real science involved in that. It's all just perception. It's very much if anybody who's ever run a marathon or run a half marathon goes out and they run and they train up to that distance, and then they go out and have like a 3-mile run, they feel a bit underwhelmed running 3 miles at like their marathon pace. So it's a lot of it is just perception. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure everybody kind of understood that. Anyway, more later today, guys. I'm going to go eat, because that is my keyword for the next 3 weeks. 3 weeks is eat more, run a little less, run a little faster when I can, and run with a bit more drive. And so the less I run, the harder I'm going to run. And there goes the dog. So anyway, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Hey guys, Angry Old Man here. Well, got back home tonight, had Pizza Friday, and got a quick 4-miler in. I appreciate all the comments from my last couple videos. Definitely some food for thought, and some sage advice from some of the more experienced runners out there. I do appreciate it. One of the comments was, basically, actually, all the comments essentially agreed with what I stated, what I knew already. And that is something I will adjust. Again, I was not an athlete in high school. I was not an athlete in the Navy. For the vast majority of my naval career, I was in the 3 Mile a Year Club. And that was just the bare minimum, and I usually could squeak by. Right up until the very end of my career, there was a short bout when I was stationed in Washington, D.C., where I got a little bit into the running scene, but it was nothing significant. And then later in my career, after I became a chief petty officer in the Navy, I kind of felt obliged to set an example to some of the folks I worked with, and I started to take physical fitness a bit more seriously. But at that point in the game, my career was more or less over, and I kind of just that interest in physical fitness faded with my career. I did stay somewhat physically fit on the farm. I became a farmer sort of, with zero background, zero knowledge, and sort of just learned through the school of hard knocks how to be a farmer. Results were varied. The same thing came with running. While my daughter was and is still an exceptional running athlete, I did not personally pursue it. I did learn quite a bit about it, and then really took off one year, just a couple years ago, and decided this was my gig. And I was going to try to do some great things. Literally waking up one day and saying, I'm going to run a marathon in about 6 months. And much to the chagrin of others, I actually went and did it. I really, now is the time where I'm sort of a sophomore, not quite an upperclassman. I'm a journeyman in my skill set. I'm good enough to be dangerous, but my knowledge base and my execution are still not where they need to be. And staring down the barrel of my 54th birthday in September, that makes me really consider some of the options that I might have. I do run a little slower sometimes, and I have a pretty good fear of injuring myself and not being able to run because I hurt myself. I had a near miss last year about this time with an injury where it could have been a whole lot worse. And since then, I have really been cautious. So I don't push myself to the breaking point like I did near the beginning, simply because I'm closer to my breaking point than someone half my age. Also, the running does at some point become quite uncomfortable for some of my joints and things like that, but that's neither here nor there. You're either in the game or you're not in the game, and I am most definitely in the game. In any case, I do take all that advice on board, and I really do appreciate it. I am going to be focusing on my 10K program. As soon as this marathon is over, I will have the obligatory couple days to recover a bit, and then I will kick in my 10K program. And I'm taking on one of the more challenging 10Ks in the whole state of West Virginia. I really want to see what I can do at these. While I do love running fast and I like running fast courses, if I'm running a exceptionally difficult course and am still in sight of some of the top athletes, at the end of the day, I don't care whether I win or lose. I've proven to myself that I'm capable. And that's more or less my goal. I can go and pick and choose some fast races when I want to, kick my ego in the butt and make myself feel good. But I like these hard races, the hard, the hard ones, the challenging ones, the esoteric ones. Again, with some other things I've talked about in the past. Trail racing is not really my gig, mainly because of my vision issues. It doesn't take much for me to be basically sort of running by feel, and an exceptionally humid day, or a day where it's maybe got some rainfall going on, where we start losing visibility. My eyesight is challenged on the best of days, even with my glasses. Once they get steamed up, fogged up, covered in water, sweat, and things like that, I'm running blind. So yeah, I don't do the trail races, and I hope nobody takes offense when I don't go to some of their trail races. It's just a matter of survival for me. The last half marathon I did on a serious trail, I was sick as a dog and still tried to participate. And during that race, I was probably the first race I ever said I would rather just stop right now, and I chose not to. I did finish the race, but not how I wanted to. Anyway, I do take your words of wisdom and your advice on board. I do appreciate it. Again, don't ever stop. Keep commenting, keep liking. If there's something I say you do like, let me know. If there's something I say you don't like, let me know. I'm here to share my experience with those who are experienced runners, but I'm also here to share my experience with the inexperienced or the novice runner who is just starting out and needs a little bit of encouragement. You're talking a guy, I couldn't run 400 meters solid when I first started, and now I look at look at like going out and running a 4-hour marathon pace for 3 hours, and I acknowledge that's not an easy task, but I'm also not intimidated by it at all. And once you get to that point, you can really step up and set an example for other people to try and follow, even if you're not the fastest guy on the block. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot. I've rambled on long enough today. I hope you have a great day. I'm heading out to the bridge tomorrow, hoping the weather is okay. I need to get some of the more loops in. I need to really secure that local legend over at the counterclockwise track on up at the Bridge Sport Complex. So I'll see you guys later. Have a great day, and always remember, run angry, my friends.